Hi, this is Robin Moses and I'm doing skulls. I've done a whole bunch of different kinds of skulls, and no matter what, there's not enough kinds of skulls, so I'm going to keep on painting skulls. And here is this kind of skull. Now, I've been doing a lot of happy and more, kitschy, emo skulls. This one is more striking and a little bit more evil, a little bit more. So it's kind of coming in from the side, and what I've done is I painted the nails black, and then I went around the cuticles with a black paint to make it perfect. And now I'm going in with a really dark gold, and the dark gold is just going to start my outline. And I'm going to pull these teeth around so they're going to be almost like vampire teeth, and then I'm going to go in like this, and it's just going to show basically like kind of like a profile front view of a side view of a skull, and almost like just a phantom, and that's what we want. So that's what I'm starting at with this, and it's going to look kind of like this with the first step. Now I'm going to pull hair through with this, but I'm also going to pull a hand through. So I'm going to go like this with the bone, like this, and I'm going to do the metacarpals and the phalanges. Okay, we're back. And I'm going in with let me show you. Okay, I have a redder gold, a medium gold, and a white. Okay, I'm going in with the redder gold, and that means that it's gold with just a little tiny bit of rose colored in it, just lighter than a dark gold. And what I'm doing is I'm just going around and I'm highlighting the bones area that I want to show. Now, if I wanted him to scowl, I would go down more, but I don't. I want him to have kind of like a peaceful evilness, if that makes sense. I don't want it to, it's going to look like a little bit more evil that I didn't give him a scowl, like you don't know what he's thinking. So that's what I want to do, and I'm going to go like that and finish his teeth off and just kind of just add highlights. Now, I'm going in with this Dracula tooth right here and highlighting it. Okay, we're back. I ran out of batteries. So, where was I? So, while we were away, my client says, well, he has no brain. He can't think, which is true. So, what is he thinking? Nothing. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm topping the highlights here when I was cut off. And it goes highlight to low light. So basically you're wanting to go and touch everywhere the light hits this skull a little tiny bit like that. See? And then it looks like he's turning almost, okay? And that's what I want, is I want it to look like he is in rotation kind of, and you're getting a side glimpse like that. See? So it's not a regular face-on skull. It's something a little more cool, different. Not cooler, it's just different. Now let me see. Okay, now for the highlights, let me show you what I'm doing with my palette. I'm going in to my regular gold and adding the white in, and I'm having a light gold, okay? Now, with that light gold, it's going to just be that very, very tippy touches of the highlights. See? It's just barely going to touch. I don't want to go and outline anything. It's just going to touch. And I want to really get that vampire tooth in so that it looks like a Dracula skull. And then really just highlight the very, very tops of the top part of his teeth, and get the very, very side of his eye that's to the side here. See how that looks? So now it looks like it's a totally like 3D turned skull. Okay, then with this one, I'm going to just barely tap onto the metacarpal right here and pull so that it looks like it looks sinewy. With this, I'm going to paint a rose. Now, I have had thousands of questions about roses. Stroke technique. I don't like the one stroke technique for roses. So, okay, I am going to show you. You take your dark red, your dark red, your maroon, and you blob it on, and you want it to be liberal, okay? Then with a red, you want to go in and dot, 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 okay? Then with a white, I prefer like a thicker white, you want to go in and load your brush to about here, okay? Then with that white, you want to roll it and roll it and roll it and take off the red, reapply your white, roll it, reapply your white, roll it, and do you see how it's making a petal for you and gives dimension? That will give a more of a rose look without the one-step rose. Okay? Well, they're both equally beautiful. It's just that I don't like painting one-step roses. That's it. That's the only reason. And so this is the way that I do roses, and I only do it on special occasions. But you guys have asked me so many times to do a rose that I'm going to paint one for you. And this is how I do my roses. And I'm going to try to show you as good as I can. Let me scroll. And that's what it looks like before it dries. Now it's kind of thick and it's going to dry, and then you'll have your rose. But don't touch it until it dries. Okay, so what I did was I took the dark color and I'm going in and I'm making snakes. So it's kind of going to be like a Medusa skull, and maybe like a little bit. And then I am going through here. Look and see the dark red is like this, boom, boom, and then I put a little tiny bit of filigree hair in there. So it's going to be like half snake, half hair. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I'm going over my dark red with a light red and highlighting all of the hair and the snakes in like this. Ed Hardy look, kind of. A little bit more evil, but yeah, same idea. Okay, so we got caught up talking about Betty Davis. So here we go. I put the foil glue on, and I am just going to touch in some foil, red foil, some Enoz Crimson Glam, and I am pushing it into some of the snakes and to some of the hair. So it's going to be half snake, half hair. I'm not putting any Enoz glitter onto the rose because when I top coat the rose, it's going to come out 3D, and I really don't want a lot of glitter there. I want to show you a rose without glitter. I've taken red, gold, and white and made a really, really light pink that's almost white. And I'm gonna, here we go. I'm gonna just barely touch in some highlights on here, and then I'm going to take in and give the snake some brows. So I'm going to put brows on some of the snakes and go around and then push in their noses like so and give them square noses, and then push the brows in like this and then give them some noses like that, so that they start to look more snake. Now I don't want them to look all the way like snakes. I want them to look like it's going to catch your eye. Now with that same gold, I'm going to show you what it is on my palette right there, right here. Okay, I'm going to go in on the rose, and every place that it's really, really white, I'm just going to kind of soften it up a little tiny bit with the pink, just to highlight it more. See how that it brings it out and gives you like more of a rose, like that. And you can kind of just go around, and it just makes it more rose-like. Okay, now for the last part, I laid down a little stone for the eye, and I'm pressing it in. It's a little heart, okay? And I'm gonna go in and just put a little tiny bit of black in here because it's gonna, all this red showing right here kind of looks like a bow, and I don't want it to look like a bow. This isn't a bow design. So I took that out a little bit, and you can do that. If it's too girly or too something, you can always change it up. But anyways, that heart right there brings that one eye out and gives it more of a dimension, like it's looking off to the side. If I put two hearts here, it would give it a full-on skull face, and we could do that too, but I'm not going to in this one. So there's that, and see on this one, okay, a little too much red, so I'm just going to take out some of the red right here just to give it more of a skull look, and it will also bring that red eye out more. I want that red eye to like stare at you like a lot. So there's that. Now I'm going to top coat. There, I'll have a better picture on my blog or on my Facebook. Okay, and here is the finished design. I'm going to try to get in as close as I can so you can see it. There's the roses and the skulls, and then the hair with that is snakes, and they're all 3D, and they're really cool and evil, and I hope you guys like them and learned a lot, and I hope you try them. If you can't see them real well, please visit my blog or my Facebook, and I will see you guys later. Bye!